Welcome back to Kahuna Trading. It's 12/2/2014. There was a huge spike this afternoon, and I'm going to try to tighten these up just a tad. It's going to mess with all our numbers here, so until we get a new tick, we're not going to actually see everything update here, but there we go, we got a tick, so that's how it works. We were actually up pretty far here. Now here's here's the benefit of using Kahuna EA. See here on the M1, this showed you that we were getting really close to some major support here, right there. And sure enough, we've turned around. So we were about $160 profit here when we hit this point down here. And now we're giving it back. Really? You really want to give it back? I mean, I know all these people are like, yeah, you're a hold forever, man. You hold for like 10 weeks and then you make all kinds of money. That's great, you know, if you want to. But why should you give it back? Why not re-enter again somewhere? If you still think you got your weeks and weeks and weeks left, why not take profit, enter again, do it again? Well, I mean, some people, I see them do that. But, you know, I mean, I think a lot of the reason is that without something legitimate to actually give you, let me adjust the mic here and try to keep it away so it's not quite so loud. Something legitimate. I'm saying this is legitimate because you can see it's legitimate. It's telling you where there's support here, and there obviously is some. Now it's probably going to continue because we're going to fill this big giant gap here, and yes, the pair is still a little bullish, but should we close? I mean, it's a nice profit. We could close and then wait for a better entry. Or we can just sit here and hold and wait for the bazillion pips, which may come, but they may not, because the pair is still kind of bullish. I'm not saying how I know, because I have other charts that have other tools that I'm planning to include as part of Kahuna EA at some point, which I don't have available yet. So, but from what we can see here, we definitely hit support, and we're starting to make it up back into here, and look at that. We gave it all back. We had $160 profit. You didn't see that on the video because I just turned the video on, but it was there. I saw it. We just had $70, you saw, and it was doing really great here down at the bottom, and we just gave it all back. Isn't that nice? What do you think? Is that good trading? Just hold your trades, give it all back. Why? You know, I don't see the reason why. Now, why did I do it? Because I'm busy. I'm not always available to get to the trade. Even though I see it, I can't execute it because there's other things going on around here, and I don't have a minute to go and do it. I'm working at the same time. So, but we'll be patient. Most likely we're just coming up to test over here. We'll test a little bit. We're coming back to test here again, possibly. Fun stuff. So I guess I could just pause and wait, and we'll come back and see how it's doing later. Because otherwise, this is going to be a really long video, and you know, people don't like to sit and watch really long videos, which I don't blame them. It's just that the market takes time to unfold. So, you know, do you want to see the whole trade, or do you want just little snippets? See, for my money, I'd actually prefer to see the whole trade if I could. Why? Because then I can see how it all unfolds. You know, if I just give you a little snippy, then what do you get? You get whatever I show you, right? And so then you can be suspect. Oh, I wonder if you didn't show us something, you know? That's why I kind of like the long videos, even though, yeah, it's long. It's kind of a bummer, but you have to listen to me. I'm sorry, but that way you see the whole banana. You get to see everything as it goes down, and you don't get to see any editing and futzing and switching and adjusting trades and all that fun stuff. You just see what you see is what you get. Um, 1,610. There's our order. It's hiding down in here, right there. So we're doing a little better again. Patience pays. We'll let it ride. I'm not going to keep the video running though, because I'm honest. I'm showing you what's up here. I don't want to fool anybody with Kahuna EA. It's obvious it's doing its thing all the time, 24 hours a day, so I don't have to do anything to prove it. It's proving it 24/7 when the market's open. So I'll give it a pause and we'll come back. Okay? And so I'm going to run out of time here, so we're going to let it ride. We came back down. We're doing pretty good here. And we got another bounce because there's support right there. Here we don't see it quite as much, but it's right here. There's our support right there at 90. Here it's a little more precise. Here we're going to hit resistance again though. But we're currently negative on the trade. Dang, and we were 160 bucks up. Maybe we should have done that. Well, see, this is the thing you learn by observing. Maybe you do want to take profit right here. Don't wait and give it all back. I don't like that. And I don't see a good reason for it either. So, oh, I know. Well, if you want to hold and see what happens overnight, since you have to go to bed, maybe. I'm going to leave it on here because this pair is eventually going to turn bearish here pretty soon. Probably tonight or tomorrow. So, anyway, we'll take a pause again. And so we resume. And here we are. Bad news. Don't you love it now? We were doing great. We were in the black, doing awesome. We were way on the other side of town. We were all the way down here. And now we're all the way back and further. And not so fun. Now, I shouldn't post this, should I? I should only show winning trades. No, not really. No, I like what's going on here. Look what happened. We hit the gray line. Boom, we're done. Now, I could add to this trade and split this in the middle. I could double the position, put us right in here. As things come down, we'd be making profit faster, and, I could do that. I'd rather wait until it gets to here, or to here, or to here maybe. Which is possible. We broke out here. We're pushing. It's getting worse, so to speak. But see, you don't have to panic because we have some perspective here on, you know, how bad could it get here? Let's see how bad could it get. Now, it could always get worse, you know, but the likelihood of it getting worse. 73, 86. What's the worst case scenario? Is another 100. Well, where are we here? 86, 31, 87. Well, it rarely gets past here, the blue lines, especially on the M30. I mean, you notice even this spike, as big as it was huge today. 100 pip spike, still didn't make it past here. I don't think it even got out past the outer limits of the M1 Kahuna indicator. So now what's going on? So, you know, we are at the gray line. We are at the gray line here, 15 and the 30. And so it's pretty solid wall out there at this point. Obviously, it's working. Oh, we kind of got near the next one a little bit. Here, we got some room to grow. Here. We've pushed a little ways here. Do we need to panic? Depends on your risk tolerance, you know. Plus, it depends on other factors as well. It depends on how much else you know about the market. From what else I know, we're going to sit here and do this for maybe a few hours. We might go higher for a few hours. So I was asking earlier in the video, we should take profit maybe. How do you do that? Well, in MT4, you just right-click right here and close the order. You notice there's no hotkey. Is that an accident or on purpose? Yep. On purpose. Oh, you could modify your order or delete the order. Now, if you delete, look, notice how close it is to close the order. Delete. Now, I'm not sure that might actually be a pending order. And you might have to actually be on a specific line. I don't think you can change, you can't modify that one because that one is a fixed entry point where you actually sold. I'm surprised it's green, but I guess that's how they do it. I never use MT4. I'm going to get really good at it now so we can do more videos, but no, I've been using Awanda's platform and MB trading. They have a lot more flexibility, but they don't allow Kahuna EA. So we have to do Kahuna EA in MT4. So we'll be mastering this here, and we'll do it together. Since you know, if you've got it down, great. If you don't, and you're trying to learn, let's do it. Figure it out. Now these lines down here, I just added those just to mark things off. That's not our order, so we don't want to close the order now. New order, oh sure, we can make new orders all day long, but closing the order, there's no way to get there quickly. Unless there's some modification that I've not seen so far. They may have one now. Okay, so we're down for the count here. Oh my. So I've got a little time here, but I'm not gonna let it run the whole time here. Okay, well, I guess we'll pause. We'll take a break here. Try to get some other work done. We'll come back and visit, see how they're doing. Okay. Why did we get that run up? You notice also you can't do this either. You can't have crosshairs linked between the charts. You can only see them one at a time. You can't see them in relation to one another like you can at TradingView. You know, most people use this, and there's a reason why it's limited in features. It's to make your life a little more challenging so that your trading is not as optimal as it might be if you had a better platform. So sorry, but we didn't create MT4. This is how it is. But we can have Kahuna EA here, so you can use this. I'm going to show you later how to put Wanda together with this, or you can pick some other platform if you want to, but we're hanging in there. All right, we'll take a break. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on this not so beautiful trade here. What's the big problem? Well, the big problem is a couple of things. Mainly that I did this in the middle of working with clients, in between clients, and only had a few minutes there, and so I haven't had a lot of time to actually manage this trade. And so what actually happened? Well, we were doing great, but I couldn't get to it because I was working, and then by the time I got back to it, we were already not doing so great. And so now if I'd been managing the trade, I could have moved a stop loss into positive territory, and this trade never would have gotten here. And so that's a really important thing. It's called locking in the trade. And it didn't happen this time because I'm just experimenting with Kahuna EA a bit here just to play with it, and don't have time to actually sit and manage the trades right now. And so it's a nice big spike. I figured we'll just give it a shot, right? But see, that's part of the problem. You want to get in and do things, but then you're distracted for legitimate reasons, and you don't set up the trade. Well, it's a little hard to set it up because you don't know exactly what's going to happen. And so, if you were at the helm, this never would have happened. But now it has happened, and so you're still on your trade. And part of the reason we're down this far is that this is a full lot size. There's actually $2,000 on this trade. So right now we're down about 10, maybe 15%, something like that. It's not, it's not fun. It's not good to be down too far, especially when you've been positive by quite a bit. So it never should have gone this way, and that's what I also don't like about just putting on trades and holding overnight. Because in order to do that, let's say you put that trade on and you could do trailing stop maybe, but look how difficult they make trailing stop. You came all the way down to here, boom, gotcha. Oh, maybe you made a little bit of profit somewhere in there, but how big is your trailing stop, So, and they do that over and over and over. You know, the people who are behind the movements in the market it's all designed to make sure that it's as difficult as possible to get from here to here. This is designed to keep anyone who's going this way from getting to here. Scare them out, then go, right? That's kind of how it works here. And so that happens all day long, everywhere you look. So once again, we're still at the gray line here. Still at the gray line here. And we'll probably sit here at the gray line or the white line or somewhere like this until UK session, or maybe possibly all the way until tomorrow. It may work this way all the way until tomorrow. We'll see. Currently, we're flying without a stop loss, and it's because I planned to hold this until it goes south, which it is very likely to happen this week. So it's kind of a long-term trade, and it just would have been nice to take profit somewhere in there. So anyway, not the best money management going on here today, but that's partially circumstance, and it's partially that this thing just happened to blast through here, and figured let's give it a shot. Did great, and now we're paying for it. So once again, it's another reason why, like, let's say we were going here, you know, we might want to put our stop loss like right here on the other side of this line, because if this was going to become resistance and continue south, yay, yahoo. But if not, then right here on this side of the line, we want to make sure we're not going into the red back here, which we did. So there's another way of using Kahuna EA to help you with your trade. Over here, we can't even see the timeline because we're trying to show this part here. We'll just close this for a minute. Let's see here. So this is at what? 2105. This is at what? 21. Yeah, so that's about the bottom there. So that's about where we would have been doing the best. This one's slightly higher. This one's slightly lower. So actually, you notice we did bump up against it a couple times, and right in there. Anyway, I don't want to bore you, and I'm tired. I've been working a lot. So we're going to have to be patient on this. That's how this trade is going. If we manage to move further out, we'll add to the trade. But we're going to be patient about that. It'd be nice if you could just cursor from here. Can't, though. No, you have to know the hotkeys. It is nice that they stay on until you click, but if you click... Alright, so anyway. Keep track of where we are here. We'll pause again. Let's continue. Here we are. We're watching it live. Let's see how it goes here. We got to the gray line, the white line. We're back in the money. That was quick. Almost. We're almost in the money. Hit the purple. What do you think? There it is. Boom. We're getting to watch this one live. Now, this is fun. I like this. Oh, these don't mean anything, do they? No, it's exactly where the big drop turned around. And how far did it turn around? Quite a bit. But you see, you wouldn't see this over here. You can't see the detail. And this is why we're developing M1. It's still being tested, but it's doing a pretty darn good job. M5, you can't really see the nitty-gritty. I love this M1. Also love these. It's a different perspective. We are at the 8605 area. So the red line is holding on the M30. It's also holding on M15. And we're pretty close to the red line on the M5. So, but the M1 is kind of a special thing here. We're trying to really work out all the details here. And we're getting there. You notice the white line is holding so far, but the bear will have its way with this eventually. That's what's coming. And that's part of why we're adjusting here. We're evaluating price movement, and we are creating likely targets beyond this area because it's coming. That was pretty fun. See, what's really cool is when you actually see it happening right here in real time. You know, it's not that I'm figuring this out and trying to put lines so it impresses people. This is the way things work. So yeah, the trade is still down a bit, and you know, we could have added here, but see, I'm still experimenting a bit here, and I prefer to reserve any additions to the trade to where you really need it, you know, way further beyond. Now this was not doing great. Like I said, it was down 15% or so. Okay, I'm rambling. I know I'm rambling. I was hoping we might get some more fireworks, but we'll see. At least we got to catch this little firework as it unfolded. Seems like we're shooting for a little bit more here, but we're not quite there yet. This time we'll see. Now actually I'm going to be busy again here. So once again, see if you try to lock in too soon. Yay, positive. So we can close this trade in positive territory now. And how are we able to do that? Well, this helped. This is suggestive of the fact that we need to either be patient or the market could push significantly beyond here. I'm sorry. Hold on. Get some water. Alright, my apologies. Well, I don't want to bore anybody, but you know, see, this is how it is. If you want to learn How do you think we came up with all this stuff? It's not by just having it handed to us. It came from observation over a lot, thousands of hours of trying to figure out what's really going on here. And so once again, we're still kind of holding here. I'm going to pause. We'll come back in a sec here. Well, it's about time to wrap it up here, and it's another one of those little brutal instances here where we got back in the money, but we were busy, unable to get our butt in there and do something about it at the time. Let's see, let's close this just for a second. Yeah, both of those instances happened while we were busy working here. And so, so it is, we are currently down the tubes again. And so we're going to leave it on though, because we've got this wall in front of us here, and we may get up in here and we'll let it ride, and we'll adjust things accordingly, and then eventually this thing's coming down. So we're pretty sure. No one knows for sure, but it's likely that we'll sometime visit this lower area here again. So that's about it for now. I think I'll shut down this video, and we'll see how things go tonight and tomorrow. I'll try to do an update on it, but for now that's probably as far as we're gonna get. So because I have a feeling we're kind of going into the UK session, so we'll probably drive it higher at this point so that UK can drive it down, and then US can drive it down again. Now, UK may actually do the driving higher, and the US may do the driving lower. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, sorry this one's so long, but see, these things take time, and my apologies. Sorry. Trading is kind of boring, and if you want to get good at it, you have to be willing to endure a little bit of this. So my apologies. If you're in a hurry, like I said at the beginning, probably best to find a system that makes you money faster, or just gets you in and you can go to the beach and not have to watch, and you can come back in a week or two and collect all your money. That'd be awesome. Okay? Anyway, we're going to sign off for this section. I may add some to it. For now, peace, love, Kahuna. Kahuna Trading, welcome back. This wasn't the plan for today. I actually put a different trade on today. Market kind of moved higher, so got real close to the 87.10 that I was predicting yesterday. We're at 8,700, right about there. Sure exactly where it is on this. It's pretty close though. Anyway, so we're within about 10 pips of the target. This one's still a little bit down. I put on some other trades on the live accounts at Awanda, and well, the other trade yesterday I closed it positive. I think it was like $70 gain or something like that. I forget exactly how much it was, but I didn't want to leave it go and run, so I made the video yesterday, and I was going to leave it run to today, but got too busy, so we're on to the next trade already, so I guess that's where we're at. So anyway, waiting because we may get this, or unfortunately, once again, I'll be busy working here when the news rolls around. So I was trying to keep that spot available so I could do that, but it didn't work out that way this week, so that's how it is. So that's how the dice rolls, and so I'm going to keep an eye on it here for about next 20 minutes, half an hour, and if we get higher, may add to the trade. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time here today because we don't want these forever long videos. Sorry, I don't want to bore anybody, but so I guess I'll pause for now. Okay, we missed all the fireworks, but there it is, right to the white line again and again and again and again. No, not on the M15, not on the M30. It was one of the other Kahuna lines. You know, it takes considerably more to hit the gray line or the white line on these time frames, and we've purposely set the algorithms this way because, you know, when you're making decisions at this level, there's a lot that can happen, and things can move much further, and so over this period of time, and so we're trying to take all that into consideration here for the other time frames, and so for that reason, it's going to take more work for Mr. Market to find their way to the edge of the market here, because we don't want this just blasting through here all the time. Like it kind of can do that here, although the way we're calculating everything, it's usually contained within these areas here, but not always. Sometimes it's going to blast through out to here, and I've even seen it go past here a couple times. So we still have our little dinky trade going here, and that's, you know, it's not about the size of the trade at this point. It's about where is it going, what is it doing, and it's doing it again. So I think that's pretty much all we really needed to demonstrate today, is that we had another news spike, and once again, right to the lines. Now they can change it, they can go past, they can go here, they can go da 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 da. They can do whatever they want to do. If the system actually changes, we'll work on that. We'll improve the algorithm again. But for now, this seems to be covering the bases, and that's what we're after here. We want to get an idea where things are going. So, don't want to bore you. Let's just wrap this up, and we'll call it a news spike. Okay? So much for today's afternoon trade. Peace, love, Kahuna.